Hey there, folks. Excuse me. It's 4:44 a.m. 8/10/2016, August 10th, Wednesday. 4:44 and 44 seconds. It's a lot of fours. Four is a number for fortitude. And that's in numerology, that's very powerful fortitude. When you get a number like that, it could be telling you, hey, Herky baby, you gonna come in here, sweetie? My big man, there he is. Gonna come lay down with Pops? I love you, buddy. Yes, I do. I know we're tired. You wanna lay down over here? No? What do you want? I know, honey. I feel the same way, buddy. It's funny. Herc and I just kind of go, and it's a slow go. This is the way more people are gonna leave their bodies. You know, you say die. Die is this thing that's just like a horrific thing or something. It's sad when people that we love are removed from our lives. We do go on. We do keep going. We remember them. Sometimes it hurts. But the more you understand what's really going on, it's not as painful. They went home. It's sad they're not with you anymore. I mean, hell, it hurts me every time I lost one of my animals. Man, my eyes would flow like the Chattahoochee. Those of you that know me, you know I'll take on 100 guys, no matter what condition I'm in. I don't stop, but I never start anything. But at the same time, you really feel emotions. I don't like putting them on camera or something like that. That's a totally different thing, but there's nothing wrong with having emotion. Feelings, compassion, honor, equality. It's the new mainstay of creation. It's in the process of happening right now. But back in the numerology, the fortitude thing, for the last 8 years, I've always had fortitude, but for the last 8 years, it's been rough. The original first being both male and female parts. Started with the female. The female energy of Source runs lives and stuff. Excuse me, can make things happen on a large scale, and then the male part is the male part of the Source. The male, the other half being male. Excuse me, actually is the field, and does a lot through it. Every time one of you goes to astral project, the field generates a wave of energy behind you to help you. Excuse me, it's in a way it's kind of like actually taking you there, like you're getting on a subway. So, and other things too. Things on a very large scale. Out in creation, not just the third dimension. Remember, we're just one dimension. But we're a big one. And there's smaller dimensions in different pockets. On the Earth, we have 8 more dimensions below this one. Oh, excuse me. On some planets, it's over 20. Saturn has like, looks like 23 or 20 of them formed and 3 more coming together or something. I don't know. I am being shut down. I can see some things kind of easily, but I'm being shut down so I can go. a big part of this video, of making this video today, while I'm thinking about it, those of you folks that I owe you product is coming. You're going to get a lot more than what you paid for, a lot more than what you expect. It's a thank you for waiting, but at the same time, I have a lot of stuff and I want to leave you more than what you paid for. It took a lot of money to produce what we now have, the spiritual foundation. A lot of money got wasted a couple of years ago, but that's all right. Folks, things get handled on the other side. I just wanted to leave something here for you before going. Instead of one person cranking people up, right now there's about 5-6 people that can do it right now, and it's just going to keep increasing. Before long, there'll be about 20, 24, maybe 25 people that can crank you up. They'll be all over the world. It's just going to happen. You know, their source, they're incredibly powerful, but their heart's in the right place too. So, but anyway, I'm finishing legal stuff, some accounting. It all has to be done in a certain order. I can't consciously even think anymore how it goes. That massive part of myself almost just whatever. I got about 9% still of me hanging in this body. The rest outside is guiding me to, you know, do this. You know, it's literally it's literally not control. It's not controlling me. I don't do that, but it's I know to trust it now. Finally, something I can trust. I can always trust animals, but animals would stay out of running my life. They'd always give me good information for me to act upon, and for that I am incredibly grateful. I've already given them one gift, and I'm going to give them more when I get home. All I want to do is help everybody. I want everyone to be as happy as they can be, but still have a life that's got strife in it, so that their spirit can evolve while it's in a body. Lily, she'll really know what to do. She's a loving mother. So, when she and I are together, if you ever hear a crack of lightning, it's probably her slapping me in the face. Oh, God. I'm trying to be funny. All of us are huge. I want you to understand that. Folks, when you're not attached to your body, nothing, all of you, your energy field is a lot bigger than what this planet is, okay? Some of them a lot more, all right? None of you are children. There's the fifth wave of souls that are very young still. They could be considered children, and they're beautiful beings, and they're going to grow up in a much better creation than you did. It should have been like that for everyone, but you know, things are what they are. Let's deal with it and just move forward. But folks, please get over this death thing. It's going home. It's like you're on a vacation and you're finally going home, and you know, sometimes that's kind of rough, especially if you have a good vacation. Sometimes it's like, damn, why did I go? I'm more tired now than I was before. Well, if you call going in a body here and having a life, a vacation, yeah, you must have had a pretty damn nice life. Be content or proud of those things you've done that you're happy with while you're in body. There's so many of us that are so compassionate. We really care about each other. We enjoy helping each other. Folks, that's powerful stuff, man. That really is. You've the way creation was set up over here, this planet and many others, this one's pretty bad, okay, but the average one is not as bad as this. But where you put things in place, when you put something in a body and you run its life to where it's going to run things and it's abusive as hell, then it abuses more people. That's what the original first being male and female did. That's why things are the way they are. And then with them being dead and gone now, and nothing running stuff on the other side, nothing in control, saying this is the new law, deal with it or deal with me, because that hasn't happened yet. Then there still is some chaos, and there's a lot of. Remember, no one over there knows how to run lives anyway. There's so many awesome spirit guides, just doing the best they can to try and keep things moving, any way they know how. But there's so much nasty stuff too, nasty spirit in body, not just negative, but aggressive. Okay, if someone's aggressive, if someone's negative, their energy is different. Okay, but when they're nasty about it and abusive, that's when it's a big problem. It's a lot of clean stuff that's abusive, aggressive, but there's some negative stuff that is too. You have more of all of that here running your planet. And then when you take away the controls on them, they're going nuts. This ISIS thing, that's part of the reptilian conquest of the planet, but it's all your governments have really gotten involved in it, wanting to have their little power play here and there. They have these little, what they call them, Tier 3s and 4s, and they have the new ones, some of them circular. They have the manta ray type thing. They have all kinds of stupid stuff. Actually, it's not that much, but compared to what we know about, it's a lot. Always using the masses to make themselves happy. They're leaving. They're dying. They're going to be removed like a cancer. And they think they go into another planet and they're going to hide, That's so funny. They don't run lives. The other side runs lives. They have no idea what they're doing. All they know is the concept of power over and abuse, and that makes them feel more important. So a lot of people that are very strong negative don't want to hurt anyone. They wouldn't even do that. They might even help you because they don't want to see anything hurt. They just don't want to be happy. And if you're having a life and you're really light and you're not happy, that doesn't mean you're negative at all, okay? You were given a life to be very unhappy. 90-something% of the time. Wow, I'm actually having problems seeing percentages. 92, at least 92, sometimes 93, 94% of the people that feel like what I was just saying are very light energy, sometimes very light, very high vibration, very positive, and they're given lives to be kept like that so that their heart energy can't flow. Folks, the more you relax, wake up, and open to yourself, the more you're going to find out who you are, what you can do. And when I say go into yourself, relax, and open up, folks, you don't stay like that. That's just to get things going. If you can just do that 2 or 3 times a day for 5 or 10 minutes. Don't even try to do anything other than just sit there and relax. Just let yourself flow. Feel your spirit coming out of your body like a water. Just do that. You don't have to try to do anything. Relax. You put yourself in that state, it's going to happen. Thank you. It's going to happen anyway. Okay? Folks, there's no magic. There's something better. It's you. The real you inside. That's been creeping out, flowing out all over the place. So many people using their solar plexus to figure stuff out. They have no idea what they're doing, and yet they'll deny themselves. They deny the fact that the metaphysical world exists. What is metaphysical other than physical? It's funny with everything coming together now. I'm finishing the, now that I've finished, now that there's no more consults, there's no more money coming in from any kind of work, well, there's a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, now that the money quit coming in, I got to finish the accounting and some other information for the lawyers, for all the lawyers, get them squared away, and then I'll be getting to the packages on and off. Matan, I'm gonna be doing yours next. Okay, you got all kinds of stuff coming out there. Some of the stuff I'm gonna send you is some of the stuff you already have, but that's okay. You have more. You're gonna have more of it. The last week, the money I made the last week and a half, I did something very different with. I kept it. It was the weirdest thing in the world. It was the weirdest thing in the world. Just, I looked down the bank and there's actually money in there. Folks, as money comes in, it goes out. I was buying stones and stuff. I got to make sure this thing, I have to do everything I can while I'm in a body to keep the things going for you. The information, how to come awake. Folks, it's not that you're not going to wake up by yourselves, but I'm here to help. And the Source family over here, folks, they can and will crank you up. You will get stronger. You will evolve. Oh, yeah, by the way, I won't speak for anyone else, and I can't speak for everything I'm going to do when I'm out of this body, when I'm part of what I need to be, Ara. That's kind of like a weird thing. If you go into the human brain, you have a body, you go into the brain, there's certain parts you can pull out, and the brain won't function right. That little part, this is not a direct analogy. This is somewhat kind of a soft generality, like a glimmering generality kind of thing. What I am inside is that part of what's left of me inside is that part of Ara. Okay, so as soon as, even though there's almost nothing left of me, that's what's in there. It needs to be out and then go inside Ara. That's why sometimes I call myself Ara. I'm like the thought process of it, and all of my focal point is such a big part of it. That's all. Folks, I'm just like you. Well, you know, I'm a tired old man wearing overalls. Never been a super soldier or a rocket scientist, or I was always strong, good in sports, healthy, strong physically anyway. Hell, I've had COPD all my life. Ran cross country too. That's fortitude. I'll pat myself on the back for that. There's a phrase that people can use later. They'll need some. Please don't underestimate or understate to yourself those things you've done. So many of you, you're so awesome, you want to do more, that you don't even realize you've actually done a lot. The knowledge of that is something that we all need, a little self-satisfaction. I didn't do a lot of things I wanted to do. I wanted to do more for everyone else, and I couldn't. But you know what? I did what I could. So, and I never stopped. And I think if you can say that for yourself, I don't know, I think I'd have to say you're a success. Being a success is not doing everything you could make up. I mean, everything you wanted to do or could think of doing, because as soon as you get to one point, you can see another point. The higher you get up a mountain, the more you can see. So, you know, give yourself that break. Then again, there's sniveling little children out there that have never really done anything, and they'll be the first to scream about that. It's so funny. Folks, we have a lot of polluted spirit here on this planet and bodies, okay? Just ignore them to the best of your abilities. There's a lot of things on this planet to help you waken up. And, you know, I understand being concerned about current events. You should be, okay? But don't let it freak you out where you're on the internet all the time, okay? I've lately been getting a visit here and there, and my energy's so drained out of my body that it's just about safe for me to be on a, almost safe enough for me to be on a ship without messing it up. And folks, I'm not the only strong thing here, okay? All of you, you're not children. You've been around a long time. You're very strong. It's one reason why it's so important to me for you to know who you are. I don't care what people think about me. What I care about is what you think of yourself. I want you to know you're not this thing that you've been made to think you are. You're incredible. I want you to experience that for yourself. It's nice when someone says that, but when you find out for yourself, home run. That's when you first get a glimpse out of who or what you really are. And then our friends in space. Well, it turns out you've been in those bodies too, so you've actually been that being. And if you can feel and see that, relax and go into past lives, it's going to be a whole lot easier and quicker for our family to come together. Man, I had so much stuff I wanted to do. Anyway, there's something I want to share with you. Not to talk about myself, but to give you a personal example. What better way for us to learn things than through our personal lives or from those that we're aware of? Those reality shows? Sorry, not reality. There might be a couple of moments that are kind of shocking. It's like, oh, okay, but folks, those are actors. Actors act. Actors learn how to control their feelings. So they actually have learned how to work on their heart to control their heart. But they do it to be misleading. I mean, I like watching movies, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there'll always be movies, but you know what? If you could relax and just go to another planet and walk around and see it and remember it, and come home and then remember it again, you know, boom. Remember you went there? Folks, that's better than a movie. When you just relax, learn how to relax and go into past lives, it's better than it's better than any kind of HD. So clear. The screen you're using to see that is literally the middle crown chakra. It's actually a lens. Thank you. I never looked at that, so I had to go look at it and see what it was. So that's why there was that little teeny light flash. Saying, yes, you're right. But what I was talking about is I've always had stuff like the original male and female, the first being male and female, lying, saying this, the other clean source energy, Lilith, not so much Lilith, but Lydia, Lydia and Aramelius were the nastiest of them. And then there's Armelius, who's really cool. It's that I feel sad about what happened with him, but it was necessary because he wouldn't stop. And then Lilith was a little mean and aggressive, but Lydia was more abusive. Anyway, and them lying. I had never had anyone to trust. Excuse me, and I was compared to, by not being awake then like I am now. I could not generate crap for power. I mean, not compared to. I mean, I could, but not compared to what I can now. I'm looking at a percentage here. I could put out about 11% back there of what I could put out now, or generate now, I should say. Before I started losing my energy started coming out. My spirit started coming out with its energy. And my head's getting shut down. It's funny how Lily the other day, yesterday, day before, a couple of days, whatever, she said she was cutting down thought corridors in my head. And they're thought corridors, thought processes, just slowing me down. But I didn't have anyone that would tell me the truth except animals. Not one animal that I found, not one animal ever lied to me. I've asked an animal what's going to happen, and they would tell me, but I could feel a little bit of a hesitancy to say anything. Well, the reason why is because they would tell me what was in the future at that moment, which is answering my question with complete honesty, complete honor, and of course it was changed. When something is running, when a living being is running your lives, and it's going to change its mind, how can there be a constant future? They would have to set up a plan and not give a damn about you or anything else that happened. And that's what you've had all your lives. It changed a little bit here and there, but they were going to make your lives abusive. They would stick with a plan, and then it'd change a little bit here and there. So you're going to be able to put more faith in your messages than you've ever been able to before any other life or anything, except for the occasional life when it was demanded by the original first being male and female that you were going to have a smooth life and be able to talk with your spirit guides. It's like a lot of readers. You give a whole bunch of good readings, and then you get one where there's half of it's all screwed up, and the people will be made to get mad and start yelling at you, and you're like, what? I read the cards, man. I gave you the right information. I know I got the message, and I gave it to you. Damn. I used to have so many people come up to me with that until I started talking about it in my last, good boy, Herky, honey. My first channel. You were just lied to. Spirit guides would lie to you when they're told to. When they got a big angel looking down at them, they're going to lie. And by the way, they are you when you're not in the body and you want to help out a friend. Folks, all that stuff's gone. There will be some turmoil soon, okay? Things are going to rock and roll a bit. And then you'll find out about the other races in space and the fact that there's Anunnaki here, pretty much running the planet. I say pretty much, they're running the planet, but it's not all Anunnaki. There's some other ones, but the Anunnaki clans run it, the 7 main houses. There's a lot of smaller houses. And there's 6 basic worker groups. I saw them when when the Anunnaki clan came up to me. Ara, outside of the body, pulled me into it. I was attached to it when it happened. He showed me something happening. I made the intention, but he was the one who actually did the work, and he compressed this attacking starship into nothing. I mean, it was a huge ship. He condensed it into, compressed it into like a ball that was like a big marble. It was attacking a Federation ship. I had one of my family members in it. Actually, he's a part of ARA. Blah. So that, see, by attacking ARA, then he was attacking us, and they needed to be dealt with. This part of ARA, focal point of ARA, he's like the number 4 top command dude in this Federation Army, Air Force, whatever it is, Space Force. And then the very next day, here comes the 7 clans. I did a video about it a long time ago. And that's when the Anunnaki ambassador came into the house. Astral projected, and he didn't walk in. Folks, a large Anunnaki is going to weigh 700 to 900 pounds. An adult, I should say. You think your house is going to be made to hold them? Not unless it's a ranch and it's all thick concrete floor. I keep going right at this mark I got in my hands that Shiny gave me. She's a really cool Serpoian. I love her. She's so neat. When I look at her, the energy coming from her is this beautiful pink with some soft red in it. She's very compassionate, very caring, and wow, that little lady is smart, man. She's smart as hell. Folks, y'all are going to meet these people. It's not that much longer before you talk about them like you talk about each other. It's exciting, really exciting at first, and then you settle down with it. It's not like it ever becomes boring, but it becomes normal, the norm. Huh. They're watching, waiting for me to go down more. That's funny. She was just in the house again. That's funny. Last night, didn't really do anything, just checked. She was looking at, I'm seeing her looking at me and Herky. Herky always sleeps with me. I made him special, real nice step to get up, goes the whole length, almost the whole length of the front of the bed. It's a king-size bed. And she was just over there looking at us. She had a little smile on her face. Concerned about what's going to happen next. Things are nutty out in space, folks. You know, they're nutty here too, but they're nutty out there also. They're nutty everywhere. That's the way creation was made. And it's all being changed. There's always going to be strife, but not this insane abuse. This arrogance. It's nasty. When you have arrogance on the other side, when free spirit starts acting like it's in a body, that's when you have a serious imbalance in creation, especially when it's running around with those abusive frequencies in it. Abuse frequencies. I've also noticed too, as more of my energy comes out of my body, the more human-like I am, because more of my spirit's out, and it's like this a little more human spirit. The earth and energy came from Gaia, in the body. I don't do TV because of all the garbage on it. There's so much stuff in there, folks, giving you message, telling you to do stuff. Buy, serve, buy, serve. It's crazy. So I just watch DVDs, old TV shows and stuff like that from a long time ago, and it somehow loses the issue. That's because it's put into the live TV. It's not put into the actual program. It's put into it when you're watching it live, especially the news. Huh, never knew that. People want information. That's when they're going to be listening, watching. Hit them. All your shows for your movie stars and everything, the glamour stuff, all this stuff, they pound you. I'm looking at the parts of the brain they go into right in here. That's weird. Anyway, as you start to fade away, you do the human body. As more of you comes out, the human body part of you is a higher percentage. So you notice it. I was watching the reruns of an old TV series. Not reruns, excuse me, DVDs, like watching reruns. And at one point I just broke up laughing. It's just one thing after the other. And I'm like, where the hell did that come from? I like to laugh when I'm talking with people having fun, but watching TV, I never used to really laugh much, not for the past few years. That's why I enjoyed the consoles. I had the chance to talk with you. Anyway, I wanted to tell you all about the those of you that have purchased merchandise. The stuff's coming, and other people have promised stuff too. Dan is helping me find a couple of people. And my buddy Joey, I've always talked about, this being next to me, Joey. Joey, thanks for getting a hold of me, man. Here's stuff's in boxes right up here. I will get it out, folks. Sorry I haven't got it yet. Do not worry that I'll die before it happens. That won't happen. My actual departure date, it will always move back and forth. I'm getting my head worked on, where Lily goes in and takes out another corridor, as she likes to say. Thought process, whatever, generator or something, whatever, pathway. And my health goes down a little bit, but when I need to, all the energy I need is there. And although my body doesn't have energy, I literally pull it in through the back of my hands and push it out through my hands, so I personally can aim it, put it in the spheres and stuff. I'm stronger than I've ever been. It's just this, I'm almost all out of me. Folks, when you're out of your own body, you have no idea how powerful you are. You're incredible. If I could do anything to help you just see yourself, that would make me feel like, okay, I'm successful at something. Or successful at that. I'm successful at plenty of things. I do what I need to do and I don't stop. When you're not a success is when you don't try. When you don't turn the key of that Ferrari or dump truck, whatever the key belongs to. So anyway, you have good lives to look forward to. It'll get better. Don't freak out about all the crazy stuff that'll happen in just a little while. It'll come on and off for a while. Next 5 to 10 years is going to be a whole lot of change and settlement. Okay, and you will be meeting our friends from space. 2018, 2019. You're going to be very aware of who they are. See, they look at our planet, they look at what's running it, they're not happy. the Illyrian. I put out a video a little while ago that they were working with some of these other folks. That's part of, that's part of this bunch Corey Good talks to, and to ear. As a blue avian approaches them and talks with them, but he doesn't even go there. He does this telepathically. He's smart. He's not going to go there in person. He's too important. By the way, he's here in the solar system. So there's some heavy power out there. So folks, look, love you. There's some really neat stuff coming. And the more awake you are, the more you can understand what's going on. When you meet someone who's in a different body, maybe reptilian, maybe insectoid, maybe fish type DNA in it, amphibious. As you meet them, damn it, really? Anyway, as you meet them, if you can open up your heart, and now Lily's pissed. Anyway, if you can just open up your heart and feel them, the first thing you're going to know is that they're not here to hurt you. Or if they are, you'll know that right away. But if you just use your conscious mind and look at a face that you've never seen before, a lot of you are going to freak out. If you use your abilities and just look at them and feel into them, you can understand they're there to help. And the stronger you are, especially those of you that are more pineal, you're going to be more telepathic. And you're literally going to get images and stuff from them. There's a new age that's coming, this is not quote-unquote new age. That's garbage, okay? Oh, this philosophy, that philosophy, la, no. All there is what's real, and there is a new age that you're about to walk into, okay? It's a total change of format of creation. I can't say rebirth, but it is being changed to where it's going to be a whole new deal that already is on the other side. It just needs to come together. But the more awake and aware you are, the easier the transition into this new world, which is the old world, but being cleaned up and having our other family members in bodies that are strange to us, that you've had a lot of lives in yourself. Remember, Earth is young. A lot of you have had 40, 50 lives on this planet. Okay? But yet you've had at least 100 million lives. So where you been having those lives? You ain't been floating in space. So, we're family folk. And we have family members coming back again to visit. They've been here, but there's more of them coming. This is a big time right now, and this is your time. Finally. I love you, old man. Have a good one.